Well, good afternoon, everybody. This certainly is a great day. Thank you so much, Liz, for that wonderful introduction. I also want to thank the Council for Quality Growth for hosting this inaugural State of the County address. I also want to thank the wonderful, generous support of the corporate community for helping to fund this, this wonderful event. And Michael Paris, when he was, or Tim Lowe, when they were given their introduction, they made reference to the elected officials that are present. My, what a wonderful array of elected officials throughout our county. Can you all please stand again and receive a round of applause for your service? I also want to thank the Fulton County staff who are here, the participants of the program, the fire department, the clergy who are rendering invocations, and also my dear friend Roger Wise, who's self-proclaimed ambassador of mine in North Fulton. And I also want to thank my staff, my chief of staff, and all the wonderful people in my office who work closely with the county manager's office and the communications office to organize and work in concert with the Council for Quality Growth. So today, my friends, I wish to proclaim that Fulton County is no longer the Rodney Dangerfield of government, where we don't get any respect. But today is a new day in Fulton County. My friends, on January the 7th of this year, the county commissioners, 7 of us, were sworn into office, and we represent the wonderful tapestry of diversity of our county. We're black and white, we're north and south, we're Democrat and Republican, we're gay and straight. But along with this wonderful diversity that we have on the Board of Commissioners, we have found common ground. We have found a common agenda. And we have also found that we have in common a common denominator, and that is the wonderful love of our county, Fulton County. We have pledged to work together, and guess what? We also enjoy being together. It's a wonderful collegial group, and I want you to know that the present of Fulton County is bright because of the commission, but the future of Fulton County is even brighter because of the wonderful, strong leadership that we have as Board of Commissioners. So let's give our board a round of applause for their work. You may be surprised, there's also a new John Eaves. I tell people often that I finally enjoy my job. Back in November the 4th of last year, I got a wonderful affirmation from the voters of Fulton County, having received 63% of the vote. 8 years ago, got 57% of the vote. 4 years later, got 60% of the vote. And this past November, got 63% of the vote. So I must be doing a halfway decent job. But the numbers are even more encouraging in terms of my support in South Fulton. 95% of the folks voted for me. The city of Atlanta, 76% of the folks voted for me. In Sandy Springs, 40% of the people voted for me. And in Mountain Park, Mayor Steele, 49% of the people in your city voted for me. So I believe that people are beginning to embrace this leadership that's consensus-oriented, collegial, collaborative, working together, working across the aisle. And I'm a firm believer that you can get a whole lot more accomplished by working together than going at it by yourself. So my friends, this is a new commission. As was pointed out earlier, at our first board meeting, we elected Vice Chairman Liz Hausman unanimously. First time in many years that we have a vice chairman from North Fulton. But the uniformity didn't stop there. 2 weeks later, the Board of Commission went through the budget, went through the sausage-making process of budgets, which is usually contentious, very divisive, but this year we were on one accord, and we voted a $634 million budget unanimously, the first time in 15 years. But the collaboration didn't stop there. Several weeks later, we went through the process of hiring a new county manager and reviewed candidates who were very qualified. And among the candidates who stood head and shoulders above them all was Richard Dick Anderson, with wonderful background in the corporate sector with Bell South, the Federal Reserve, and also having a wonderful support or involvement in the social community in terms of education and working with Children's Health Care of Atlanta. When he was going through the process of selection of interviews, he told me that he wanted to come back and to give back to the community. He wanted to make Fulton County the best that it can possibly be. So after going through the interviewing process, the board once again unanimously got behind our new county manager and voted him to be the new county manager. And so let's give him a round of applause as well. So the board, we are determined to make our county not just the best county in Metro Atlanta, not just the best county in the Southeast, in the state of Georgia, not just the best county in the Southeast, but my friends, we're going to be bold. We want to make Fulton County the best county in the country, bar none. And so we want to, among others, make our delivery of services exemplary. And as county government, that's our primary role, is the delivery of services to our citizens and our residents. And so with our $630 million budget and about $300 million of additional services, we are determined that we're going to be the best that we can possibly be in terms of fiscal management, delivery of services, but more importantly in terms of impact. And so my friends, there are about 5 strategic areas that we are going to begin to work on to make sure that we are exemplary in each. And as we are exemplary in each of them, we will be exemplary in terms of a county government, one of the best in the entire nation. And so one of the strategic areas that we have identified is that we want Fulton County to be a healthy county. We appropriate close to $100 million a year towards health services. And of the services that we provide, the majority of the funds go towards Grady Hospital. And as Liz pointed out in the intro, not only have I been a staunch supporter of Grady Hospital, but the Board of Commissioners has been a staunch supporter of Grady Hospital. We have been a part of the process of transformation for the hospital. And for the past 10 years, we have appropriated well over $500 million to support Grady Hospital. Grady Hospital is a hospital that's here that meets the trauma needs, but it also meets the needs of people who are afflicted with cancer, who have prenatal services, stroke situations and challenges. So Grady Hospital is an important entity within Fulton County. Every year serves well over 600,000 people, many of the most vulnerable in society, and many of whom are also Fulton County residents. And so your board is wholly behind Grady Hospital. But Grady Hospital is just not about the numbers. It's not just about the stats. It's not just about the dollars. It's about people. And I got an email not too long ago from Tracy Stedman, who reported that on October the 7th, 2011, she, as a 43-year-old person, fell out of bed and couldn't get up. She was having a stroke and was rushed to Grady's new Marcus Stroke Center. Doctors there use the latest techniques to stop brain damage in its tracks. It is through their work that she is still with us today, often reversing symptoms that stroke almost have immediately. This is the work that was done by Grady Hospital and funded by Fulton County. And I believe Ms. Stedman is here today. Ms. Stedman, we're happy to have you. An example of But it's not just Grady Hospital. We also are responsible for public health. We fund public health clinics throughout our county. We appropriate about $20 million. And we're looking at ways that our public health clinics will be working with Grady Hospital to have a better and stronger delivery of services. And Commissioner Lee Morris is leading an effort to look at how we can collaborate better and eliminate duplication. So we are determined, my friends, to provide the service of health, to do it in a more efficient way, but more importantly, to have more of a greater impact on our communities in terms of us being a healthy community. The strategic area number 2 is in the area of the quality of life services for our county. We impact people from the cradle to the grave. From the cradle to the grave. I mentioned about Grady Hospital. Some people are born in Grady Hospital. We impact people throughout their life. And even at the end of life, when there is the need for an autopsy, Fulton County is there in terms of providing an autopsy. So we impact the cradle to the grave. Among the services that we provide that impact a lot of people is the library system. We appropriate about $30 million towards our libraries, and we discovered last year that Fulton County does not want us to touch their libraries. We cut back on the budget by about $3 million, and it resulted in the library hours being shortened. People complained, and we recalibrated and refunded the budget. But Fulton County funds 34 libraries throughout our county, and they serve 3.1 million people every year. But we want to do more to make our county libraries even more robust. We're committed to the capital campaign drive that's going on, where we're building 8 new libraries and the additional 20+ libraries we're going to renovate. We're committing to making those libraries strong in communities from Alpharetta down to Palmetto. But we also recognize that the libraries can be even more robust than they are right now. As Commissioner Hausman pointed out, we were in Washington, D.C., and we went to the White House, and we were asked by the White House to embrace a library card for all campaign, which basically means that we're going to push for all people in Fulton County to be a library card holder. Right now, we have about 464,000 people in Fulton County who have a library card, but there's still about 500,000 people who do not. So Commissioner Hausman, Commissioner Garner, and myself, we're going to put forth a resolution to try to get more people to have a library card. So it's not just about access, but it's also about training. It's also about getting access to GED training, et cetera. So we're going to make our libraries even more robust and accessible than they are right now. We also are going to be doing more in terms of the arts. We are known as a leader in the arts in the state of Georgia. Last year, I went to the National Endowment of the Arts and met with the upper management, and they were so enthusiastic about Fulton County and our investment in the arts. Every year, we set aside about $5 million towards the arts. We fund arts centers throughout our county, but we also appropriate between $1.5 and $2 million towards arts organizations. My friends, we support about 80 arts organizations in Fulton County. And this does not just serve the cultural or the artistic needs of our county, but it also adds to the economic robustness of our county. So we're going to continue to support in the area of the arts. We also believe that it's important to support and embrace the most vulnerable people in our society, and that's our seniors. We support full-service seniors and neighborhood seniors, and we appropriate about $18 to $20 million a year. And our senior facilities are just not static buildings where people just hang out. These are places where they can go and be revitalized and reinvigorated. And I got another email from a lady named Alma Washington, 70-year-old lady, retired in 2008, and wanted to continue to work as she did while she was working, and she wanted to meet new people. So to do that, she joined the Helene S. Mills Senior Multipurpose Facility. Since joining Mills, Washington points to her improved health through continued exercise and participation in nutrition education. Ms. Washington says that her doctor allowed her to discontinue her high blood pressure medication 3 years ago because she is involved in the Mills Center. Ms. Washington, are you here? Ms. Washington, are you here? Ms. Mills, are you here? Ms. Helene Mills is the namesake of the Helene Mills Center, a champion of the center. Thank you so much for what you do. So again, my friends, in the area of the quality of life, we're going to do a much better job in terms of the delivery of services. We're going to be more efficient, but more importantly, we're going to work towards greater impact. The third area that we're going to focus in is we believe that Fulton County deserves to be a safe community. Many people know that I personally am invested in safety because my own son 2 years ago was a victim of crime. I dropped him off at Morehouse College as a freshman on the first day of school on August the 1st. I dropped him off at 7 o'clock, went to a community meeting, and while he was at Morehouse, he was there to start his band career and go through his first practice of band rehearsal. About an hour and a half later, my son called me, asked me to pick him up. I was delayed in getting to him. When I picked him up, I saw that he was nervous and discombobulated. I said, "Son, what happened? Son, what happened?" He said, "4 men robbed me at gunpoint." My son, my love and joy, my pride and joy was robbed at gunpoint. After he was robbed, he ran after them and they shot in the air. So public safety is important to all of us, and crime is not, no one is exempt from crime. And so we're doing all that we can to support public safety in our community. Now, there's a good story with my son, even though he got a bad start. He's now doing well at Morehouse. He's in his second year. He's playing the trumpet. He's going to South Africa, and last semester he made all A's. He's doing everything his dad did when he was at Morehouse, except all A's. But we are doing a lot in terms of criminal justice, public safety. 40% of our budget supports the criminal justice system. Our courts work hard. I see our Chief Judge, Gail Toussaint, here. I see our Magistrate Judge, Cassandra Kurt, here. I see our sheriff and our public defender here. We all work hard to try to administer justice in our county as best as we can possibly be. We've been working together. We've been collaborating. And as a result of the collaboration, as a result of the partnering, as a result of the coordination, guess what happened last week? After 11 years of struggle, we got the consent decree on the jail lifted. Now, I was meeting with some county officials just a couple days ago. They commended us, Commissioner Hausman, Commissioner Garner, and myself, for this feat. Because once you have the federal order, it's difficult to get it off. Ask Los Angeles County, ask Cook County, ask Shelby County. All of them still are under the supervision of a federal judge, but we have gotten out of it because of the collaboration. So we're going to look at ways that we can be more smarter about justice in our community, by being creative, by being innovative, and avoiding the punitive-only approach. We established a Smart Justice Council. Many of our stakeholders are involved in the Justice Committee, the justice community, as well as educators, because we want to invest in proactive and diversion programs, accountability course. Just like the state is putting a lot into criminal justice reform, we on the county level, we want to be a model in terms of diversion, and also in terms of putting together programs when people are released from jail that they are connected with providers in the community. Mental health, substance abuse, GED training, workforce development, because we believe that we need to get people back to be productive citizens in society. So strategic area number 3, we're going to work harder, be more efficient in terms of services, and have a greater impact in terms of having a more safe community that we live in. Area number 4, we're going to be a more efficient government. I want my Republican friends, especially in the legislature, to know that it's just not Republicans who want efficient government. Democrats want it too. North Fulton wants it, South Fulton wants it. One of the things that our county government has done, we have commissioned KPMG to do a study, an audit, and they have already discovered that they're off the bat between $10 and $15 million that can be trimmed from our budget. With our county manager's leadership and the support of the board, we hope to, over the course of 10 years, eliminate or give our taxpayers about $100 million worth of savings in the county operation. That money can go back to the taxpayers, or it can be reinvested to make us an even more robust and effective county government. We're not just going to be concerned about efficiency, but we believe that as a county government, 5,000 people strong, that the million residents who interact with our employees deserve to have exemplary customer service. And so we're going to place a premium on customer service and training. It's not enough just to go to Gas South and get customer service. It's not enough to go to Georgia Power and get customer service that's good. We believe that county government, we believe that local government should also display and put forth and promote good customer service. And so among other things, along with training, we're going to utilize technology. Just as in 2015, you can use your smartphone to go from here to Alpharetta or from here to Fairburn in terms of directions, or just as you can reserve a restaurant at 7 o'clock at night using your smartphone, why can't technology be used in a very smart way to make the interface between employee and the public a more friendly and a more easy way? And so your county government is going to look at how we can use technology to make county government more efficient, but not only in terms of tax savings, but also in terms of customer service. And last but not least, we're also focusing in on how we as a county can be a better economic generator for this region. It's not an accident that Fulton County has 9 Fortune 500 companies. It's not an accident that Fulton County has 17 Fortune 1000 companies. It's not an accident that we have the 5th highest number of concentration of a corporate community than any other place around the country. It's because of the role of government on the city and county level that has helped out. Al talked a little bit about how we use tax incentives and financing. Because of what Fulton County is doing, Porsche is here. Because of what Fulton County is doing, Mercedes-Benz is here. Because of what Fulton County is doing, NCR is here. And so we are also working with the school systems because many large corporations, big companies want to come here, not just because of the collaboration, but also because of the strength of the Fulton County school system. And so we are working with the school system. Vice Chair Houseman is also leading that effort, and we want to figure out how we can increase the quality of education, at least with the Fulton County school system, and we're also going to reach out with the Atlanta public school system as well. But the collaboration doesn't stop there in terms of economic development, in terms of the Development Authority. I am so impressed by the renewed sense of optimism and collegiality that we are experiencing with the mayors of Fulton County. Not the mayors of North Fulton, not the mayors of South Fulton, but the mayors of Fulton County. We have already, in 2015, had 2 meetings in terms of how we're going to work together, how we're going to have a branding campaign, how we're going to promote the diversity of our county, how we're going to promote the assets of our county, how we're going to have a common economic development agenda. It's very exciting, but it's not just going to stop with economic development. With the help of the legislature, with the passing of a transportation bill, I see a great opportunity for the county and the commission to work with the mayors of the cities to come up with a project list to perhaps launch a T-SPLOS as early as 2016. This can be a great opportunity where we had projects several years ago during the TIA, whether it was 285 and 400, or whether it was 285 and Cascade Road. This is a great opportunity for the cities and the county to work together to spur on greater economic development through addressing traffic and transportation woes in our county. So my friends, I am very excited. Are you getting the excitement? Yeah. Many people call me dull. Many people call me reserved. Many people call me soft-spoken. But I want you to know there's an excited and an enthusiastic John Eaves. And my friends, I want you to catch the fire. I want you to catch the enthusiasm. There's another thing that you don't know about me, is that I am the product of a great-great-grandfather who was white and a great-great-grandmother who's Native American. And on my dad's side of the family, my grandfather, who came from Africa, immigrated from Jamaica. So I'm a product of the immigrant community. And when my grandfather came here in 1913, in 1919, he converted to Judaism. And so I am representative of a rainbow. Or you could say John Eaves is really mixed up. But because of this perspective, I see the common humanity that we all have. Black, white, brown, yellow, gay, straight, rich, poor, Democrat, Republican. And I see the humanity that we have in this county. I see the diversity that we have in this county. I see the opportunities that we have in this county. I see the potential that we have in this county. Robert F. Kennedy said it best. He says, "Some men see things as they are and ask why not. I dream things that never were and ask why not." Or ask why not. I know I messed that up a little bit. But I have a why not attitude. So my friends, those of us who are here as stakeholders, let us catch the fire. But let us not just keep the fire in our own bosom, but let us spread the message in a more enthusiastic way across the county. Whether it's in Alpharetta, whether it's in Palmetto, whether it's in Buckhead, whether it's off of Bankhead, let us spread the fire of enthusiasm that, my friends, we are a great county, we are one county, and our best days are yet to come. Have a great day.